What I'm not willing to sacrifice is my peace. I'm not willing to sacrifice bread. I'm not willing to sacrifice good sex. I'm not willing to compromise on my integrity, my standards, any of that.
Can I just ask a quick question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, because you said you're not willing to sacrifice to someone that's not worthy. So if there's someone that is worthy enough,
There's nothing that I will not sacrifice.
but your peace, you still would sacrifice that?
Um, I wouldn't have to because she would be peaceful.
Mm. Okay.
So she's worthy. When you come to the table peaceful, then I know for a fact that you're worthy.
Treatment is important to me. Otherwise, there's no point of being with you. So it should be an experience. But I'd be willing to sacrifice on the plumpness if the treatment is top tier.
Something I wouldn't be willing to give up is peace. Peace is everything. I think the older we get, the more we value peace. We ain't got time to be going through chaos in our 40s. So if your life is chaotic, I don't want it to be a part of mine at all. Everybody wants a relationship, but lasting relationships usually require both people to give up something. Time, freedom, comfort, money, certain expectations. So my question to you is, what are you genuinely willing to sacrifice to make a relationship work? And what are you unwilling to give up?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess if I had to pick, well, I mean, it might sound like a cop out, but I guess I would say I'd be willing to give up trying to lead and be led. And I wouldn't be willing to give up my life. So.
All right. You think that's a big thing, trying to give up not leading? Is that something that you do like when you're single? Do you naturally lead? And then
Well, no, I don't think. No, when you're single, to me, you're just being an adult as a woman. So I don't think we're ever leading, but I think women have that idea that at some point they're being a leader when we never are. We're just not under the covering of a man. So you're just at that point you're just being an adult.
What am I willing to give up? I'm not attached to anything except, good sense values. I'm not willing to give up that. Anything else, I'm not. Whatever works. Mama got your back, brother. So I would give up everything. I mean, except for my life, obviously, that was a good one. So as long as it makes sense in my values, I'm not, selling my soul or giving, up my values and what I believe in, then I'm not really that stuck in my ways. I'm always ready to try something new, whatever he brings.
Okay. Let me get a gentleman in there. Trev, what are you generally willing to sacrifice to make a relationship work, and what are you unwilling to give up?
I say I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit on looks, right? Because I mean they come and go, they fade anyhow, so that's not as important. What I'm not willing to sacrifice is my peace. I'm not willing to sacrifice bread. I'm not willing to sacrifice good sex. I'm not willing to compromise on my integrity, my standards, any of that.
All of that same shit Trev just said. I'm not. That's it. I'm not sacrificing none of that. And I mean, I think the thing that I give is my time, because that's the most valuable thing I have. So if you worth my time, then cool. But I'm everything Trev just said. It's like that nigga took that shit out my head and spit it out his mouth.
Pause. God damn. Holy shit.
Wait, I said I took it out of my head and spit it out.
No, did he?
Yo, you can't fix it.
You niggas pause meter is like super sensitive.
Yo, the sentiment was great. I appreciate it. But the execution, God.
Yeah, that's
that part.
That was lethal. Go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say what I'm willing to give up is my certain level of independence. And what I'm not willing to give up is I would agree with what's that? Oh, I would agree with Trev is like, my peace, and also with Shan, the core values, what I like wholeheartedly believe internally.
So I will compromise in any situation. If it's my person, then I'm leading. I'm following his lead. So I'm compromising anything. The only thing that I will not compromise is my peace and myself.
I'm never giving up my peace and my finance to someone who's unworthy. But as far as sacrificing goes, I'm willing to sacrifice what's necessary in order to make the relationship work. Because I believe that the relationship is the most important thing. It's not me, it's not her. It's the actual relationship that's what's important. How we relate to each other.
Can I just ask a quick question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Well, because you said you're not willing to sacrifice to someone that's not worthy. So if there's someone that is worthy enough,
There's nothing that I will not sacrifice.
but your peace, you still would sacrifice that?
I wouldn't have to because she would be peaceful.
Okay.
So she's worthy. When you come to the table peaceful, then I know for a fact that you're worthy.
I don't know if we've spoken about this before, but I hear a lot of men say peace. Can you guys tell me what that looks like? Because
Sure.
when I see peace, I like coming home to no talk.
So
I just know if that's what you guys are saying.
peace meaning that I've already dealt with whatever I need to deal with. When I come home, I don't need to deal with it in the home. Peace meaning that you're not a part of the chaos of everyday life.
Hey, fellas, it's a terrible idea to answer this question because then you give them the space to go home and fake this shit. So it's not one of those answers that we should just be passing out all willy-nilly. Like, don't give an answer to the test if you don't know what peace is because you ain't giving it to a nigga right now. You got to figure it out for your man and don't come out here and give her the rule book for this shit.
As hard as it would be, I'd be willing to give up on her ass. That's a very, very important particular, body part for myself and so many fellas alike. I see Becky looking. It's okay. She can judge me. I don't care. But I'll be willing to sacrifice, if it was right. Because I don't think you should ever compromise treatment. I think a lot of the fellas said the same thing.
Okay.
And all those things collected. Treatment is important to me. Otherwise, there's no point of being with you. So it should be an experience. But I'll be willing to sacrifice on the plumpness if the treatment is top tier.
Okay.
That's a tough
Well,
one.
we know who's an ass man. All right.
No, true. That's hilarious, honestly. Oh man, true. Giving up the cakes. Okay. What am I willing to give?
Pause. Whoa.
I was gonna say it. Like, you can't say
You can't say that.
No,
Jazz.
fix
Hey.
that now.
Hey.
You want to go with other people's cakes. You're right.
Women's cakes. Women's cakes. She's trying to play you, Trey. True. You better get her.
That hopefully is what yes. What am I willing to give up? Just general things, locations, switching lifestyles, merging families, all that, type of stuff is fine. What I wouldn't compromise on is my morals, values, and faith. And I think a certain level of compatibility when it comes to personalities. One thing I've noticed is that for some people, they wanted, certain lifestyles, or the person just loved them so much and they felt like, oh, well, this person's really after me, but they actually didn't match personality wise. And those things shift, right? People's lives shift, their lifestyles can shift, but personalities are pretty set and they shift. I've seen just a lot less. Even now that I'm knowing older people in their 80s and 90s, I'm like, and they're like, oh, she's still the same as when we were 17. And I'm like, wow, okay. So yeah, I think that's the one thing I wouldn't compromise on is personality compatibility.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I really, by default, don't really care to try to understand. When I say things, I just want it to be what it is. So I have to intentionally listen and understand. So that's something that I'm willing to kind of give up, that stubbornness to be able to come into your world and see what it's about and unpack whatever it is that you're feeling. The other thing, something I wouldn't be willing to give up is peace. Peace is everything. I think the older we get, the more we value peace. We ain't really got time to be going through chaos in our 40s. So if your life is chaotic, I don't want it to be a part of mine at all. I want to be able to live life and what's left of it, having fun, just enjoying it. And so if I can't enjoy it, and if you're still on that same type of time, I ain't trying to hear it. Gonna ask to Detroit. I think you had a mic drop moment there. I think she couldn't really follow up and say nothing else after that. Like, she was kind of quick with those answers.
That's the move, JR. You gotta have your Chat GPT up to win these debates.
Willie, I guess that's what you're supposed to.
No, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's what stupid people. That's what stupid people do. Anytime you see somebody sign up for a debate and gotta use ChatGPT, have an AI up so it can tell them what to say, they're fucking retarded and just out here for attention.
It was explained to me, like, I guess in like real official debates, like that's the type of stuff that they do.
I guarantee you that in no official debate does the nigga have a laptop with a microphone and Chat GPT up listening and then having it saying, hey, coach me through this debate. If that was the case, then Kamala Harris would have won every debate she was in.
I mean, I think the brother's simply saying that reading is fundamental. For real.
Yeah, you probably should know what you're talking about and not
exactly
GPT. I mean, there's certain instances where you could bring up numbers or citing a source, but you should know what you're talking about. You should be able to relate to the material.
Yeah, I watched the debate and the girl was like, these are notes. Like, ma'am, no, they're not, because this conversation is too dynamic and you're responding to key points in the opposing side's argument with points and context that you would have never even thought to research, because the points that they're using was something that he's not readily attached to this. And you know everybody gonna die with the lie, but me being the smart dude I am, I just recorded her answers and then asked Chat GPT, would you say this? And Chat GPT said, yes, this is a 97.8% match for exactly what I would tell you if I was coaching you through a debate on said topic. Like, I'm unfucking defeated when it comes to like making allegations about shit. So again, there's a lot of smart niggas in this space. None of you niggas beating Chat GPT.
I think you suffer from the same thing I suffer from, man.
What's that, Detroit?
Assholism. We get it. I'm quite sure you get called an asshole quite often.
Trev, I heard you.
And that's not an insult.
Somebody in the chat said these pauses are getting out of hand.
Hey, listen, there was some absolute reckless talk today that just couldn't be left alone. We had to.
Nah, bro, I don't mind being called an asshole. It's because people that call me an asshole either love me or somebody that I just made feel stupid. So, you know what I'm saying? I know what side of the fence you on.
I got you for sure.